Let's watch Kashia as she browses a book. She puts the shelf marker in, she takes the book out, but notice what she does with the shelf marker. She actually takes it out and puts it on top of the bookcase. So now she's browsing the book. She decides she doesn't want it and she puts it back in the wrong place because the shelf marker was not left in. Please don't do this. Here's Adriana. She's using her shelf marker correctly. She puts the shelf marker in, she leaves it in place, she takes the book out, and she's browsing the book. But notice when she puts the book back, she does put it in the right place. She puts it where the shelf marker is. But notice that the spine is not out. The pages are facing out. You want to make sure when you put a book back on the shelf, always look to make sure that the spine is facing out. Now here is Alan, and he's going to show us the right way to use a shelf marker. He puts the shelf marker in, he leaves it in place, and he opens his book and he browses the book. He's deciding if he wants to get this book. And what he's going to do is he's going to put the book back where the shelf marker is, with the spine facing out, and then he takes the shelf marker out and he can go find another book. Here's Isabel. She is looking at the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. She puts her shelf marker in, she takes the book out, and she's going to browse it for just a couple of seconds, deciding if she wants the book. And she does decide she wants it, so she takes the book and the shelf marker, and she goes towards the checkout desk. But she suddenly decides, you know what, I don't want this book. So what does she do? She just takes it and she puts it in a totally different shelf. The problem is now that this book is lost and it will be really difficult to find it. Please don't do this. Let's watch Isabel again as she shows us what we should do if we change our mind about a library book. So she puts her shelf marker in and she leaves it in place as she's browsing the book. And she decides that she does want the book, so she takes the shelf marker out and the book and she heads towards the checkout desk. But on the way, she changes her mind and she doesn't just put it anywhere in the library on a random shelf. She puts the book where we return books, on the counter by the checkout desk. This is where I want you to put a book if you change your mind. A special thank you to my student helpers, Adriana, Ellen, Isabel, and Kashia.